taking
Hey, what up, Chris
the
and
shit.
Matt? So check it out. I have like a slight gambling problem. I probably made
Oh, dude, literally not wearing his shirt because he bet it.
Yeah, and is in like the furthest away closet.
Yep.
Away from so his
Yeah,
wife doesn't
yeah,
care.
yeah, yeah.
Because he already lost the house.
So I have like a
house.
slight gambling problem. Go back. I mean, there is no such thing, by the way, as a slight
No,
gambling.
not
problem.
really. No.
Hey, what up, Chris and Matt?
Wow,
So
you
check it
didn't
out. I have like a slight gambling problem.
Gambling.
I probably made something between $40,000 and $60,000 in the last 2 years online gambling, and the swings are up and down. Obviously, but
Losers
it
only.
obviously pays the bills. I mean, that's a lot of money. I'm up more than I'm down, and I probably need to stop because when the swings are low, it affects everything.
Yeah.
So,
For sure.
so drunk. What do you guys think? Should
drunk.
I just cut it out and just take my job as what it is, and make like $100,000 a year,
Yeah, I mean,
and be okay with that, or should I continue to push and hope that
no.
the swings go up? Let me know. Thanks.
Yeah,
Peace.
get out of that, bro. That sounds like a fucking problem waiting to happen.
So
I mean, it is a problem.
when you're up, okay, when you're gambling and you go way up, which this guy obviously did, and then you go way down, but you're still technically up. It's two things that you realize. One is that you're playing a losing game, and you need to stop, but at no time is the impulse to bet more and get that high back stronger than after you lose winnings, not you lose your money. But when winnings go away, the urge to get that back, to reattain that high, is so stronger than at any other time. And for all of those reasons, you should absolutely do everything you can, 100%, to stop now.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna end up
Yeah,
losing.
and it's harder to stop the longer you do it. I feel like addiction, it's like I would honestly, I would try to. Have you tried to stop before? That's the thing that I think that you should think about. Have you tried to stop before? Because if you have tried to stop before and you didn't, then that's straight up addiction. If the lows are so bad and you can't stop even though you want to, that's the definition of addiction. So you gotta try and somehow get some help, actually, because gambling addiction is fucking brutal, dude. You'll ruin your life. I mean, I know some people who are gamblers, and it's just they've ruined their lives. So I would say stop. Honestly, my heartfelt response is stop. Because also, dude, I understand everybody's struggling and it's hard to make money, but if you're making $100,000 a year, that's a fine living.
I mean, especially outside of LA.
Yeah, exactly. In LA, it's impossible. But wherever you live, that's a fine living, dude. It's not like you're making $15,000 a year to where you're like, I gotta do something.
Yeah,
that's the thing. You're gonna fuck your life up, dude. The whole reason why you're making this video is because you know that there might be a problem. So if there might be a problem, then there is a problem. It's like when you think somebody might be gay and you're like, oh no, actually, if I'm even thinking that, he's definitely smoked some poles. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, not a necessary analogy, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is, though.
Because it's actually clearer with the gambling.
It is because of the money thing. But honestly, if sucking poles was money, you maybe think differently about it. You'd be like, oh, is he gay? Oh, wait, the fact that I'm thinking that, he's definitely smoked some poles, right? So
smoke some poles.
Yeah,
dude.
I do think that you should stop. I think you should stop, especially since you kind of are fucking making. You have a job, dude.
You also lost your shirt, literally. I mean, that is an expression.
Yeah,
I lost my shirt.
Symbolically, it's very funny that you called in.
Yeah, dude, exactly. You lost your shirt. Literally, and you're going to lose your shirt financially if you keep betting.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I get it, why you want to keep going more than you did even when you first started, really way up. This is not complicated. This is not confusing. People don't like to hear this all the time, but what you're experiencing is actually extremely typical. at this juncture, you start to realize I got to stop, or else it's going to get really, really bad. That's why you're asking, and all things are pointing to you got to stop right now.
The big thing for me is if you tried to stop before and you couldn't, then you got to
but
stop.
what if he hasn't tried to stop before? It wouldn't lessen the amount he needs to stop still.
I know that, but I'm just saying that's a huge wake-up call into where the cycle has started and you're fucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's easier to nip it in the bud per se, which sounds like it's already too late for that. But yeah, I don't know. You haven't lost your fucking...
Nothing will feel worse than when you lose money that you needed. You haven't done that yet? Save yourself the trouble.
Interesting.
It's the worst feeling.
Is that it? You like to gamble or what?
Oh, yeah.
Did you have a gambling problem?
No. I don't do it anymore.
Oh, you used to?
Yeah.
But not anymore?
Yeah. No, not anymore, no. I used to do it like...
You used to do it with what, like baseball?
Like baseball betting, yeah.
But that's
not
legal,
like,
right?
not like
it's all legal
that.
shit?
I would do legal shit.
Yeah. So what do you mean not like that? Oh, yeah, that's a lot of
That's
money.
a lot of
yeah,
money,
you
yeah.
do,
I mean, that is
For
like
a few
50,
$100.
60 grand
Yeah.
he lost? Or was betting at one time? No.
I don't have betting to me, gambling is just not something that I have any desire to do. I don't know why.
It's just, I mean, it's almost never about money. For
Right.
people for whom it's about money usually do pretty well because they're colder about it and they're like, oh, I'm not going to do that. That's not going to make me money.
Statistically.
Emotional gamblers are the people who get ruined.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's what is the biggest head fuck for gambling addicts is that it's not the high of a win.
Right.
It's the high of a low that you keep chasing.
right.
That's the most
It's
losing
the
game
chaos,
you can imagine.
Yeah, it's the chaos. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
You
the
feel more
possibility
comfortable.
of the low.
You feel more comfortable in chaos.
So much is on the line, and you're just like, it's just the most, literally, stakes are higher than anything could possibly be. So people get a high from that, and it's the worst fucking thing to get a high from.
Okay, well, I hope you get some help.
Chris and Matt,
On the shitter.
what's good? I sent a video in a while ago about gambling addiction.
Oh, yeah.
I was shirtless, and as you can see, I got that shirt back.
There we go.
Oh, right.
No, but I made that video long before I submitted it. I had some friends that are fans of yours that were like, submit it, it'll be on the show. And I was like, all right, I've submitted before, it probably won't be. You know?
Here you are.
I'm sure everyone submitted a lot of videos.
So
and then it was on Father's Day, and I was like, fuck, I need to rectify this. So between the time I actually recorded that video and now, spans months, I have started a company with my friend, and I make $250,000 a year roughly.
Wow.
And I haven't gambled, and gambling wasn't really about money more than it was about maybe I was drinking. So I'm good at poker online, and I would drink and get home and get on my phone and like put $200 on a tournament and sometimes win like $5,000 or lose it or whatever. Keep going.
Yep.
You know how it is.
I do.
But to run this company and be successful as we are, I had to put drinking on the back burner. With that, the urge and the need to play poker online or to gamble is diminished completely. I have no urge. I don't care. I've been addicted to multiple things historically, with different drugs and stuff, and I knew that alcohol was a substitution, and then gambling on top of that was another one. And removing the drinking and just being hard pressed about removing it took away that like potential loss of money with gambling and stuff like that. So I'm good, just so you know. But to answer questions, Chris, yes, I did try to stop when I was drinking, and I couldn't stop gambling or drinking. So it took the measures of the initial thing to stop. And no, Matt, I didn't bet $50,000 or $60,000 like you thought in the last video. I said that I had made $40,000 to $60,000 profit in 2 years playing poker. I probably bet $10,000 over the course of 2 years and made $60,000. So it was like good, but sometimes the swings would be like 800 or 1,000 or 2,000, and I wouldn't have money for what I needed. So yes, Chris, I have lost money that I've needed.
Right.
But that's all done now, and I'm in a place where my family's fed. Everything's good. I have no need. I have extra money. No need to ask for more money on gambling, and no need to drink.
Yeah.
So I think I'm in a place now where maybe I'm fortunate, or maybe I just have a good head on my shoulders to walk away from it. But just wanted you to know,
Cool.
your advice was spot on, and I'm good.
Thanks, bud.
Thank you, guys.
You know what? Yeah. Just stay awake and don't get too comfortable. But I will say though, we were just talking about this, man. Like, so weird that addiction, it just permeates into other stuff if you don't keep yourself in check. You know, like if you have
That is very true.
yeah, if you have a gambling addiction and then you you just stop gambling and you don't like do the recovery work, it could morph into a drinking or sex or online or porn or whatever it is, blasting hookers in an alleyway, whatever the thing is, you know what I mean?
Could be that, yeah.
But yeah, that is really you got to get to the root of it, which I always think it's just about what happened to you and when you were younger and what you didn't get what you needed and you're using these things to cope, and some are not so healthy, and gambling is not so healthy and drinking is not so healthy. But yeah, but that's good, dude. You got your shirt back and that's great. And it sounds like this guy's super successful.
It sounds like it, yeah.
When I was in rehab, man, everybody also had addictions with other shit too. It was like, and I mean, I'm talking about like, there were people in there for what they thought was a sex addiction which was, but then they realized that it was, one guy's addicted to violence. Like there was a guy who was addicted to violence, and there was a guy who was addicted to like, these intrusive thoughts of, I was in rehab, and one time a guy said to me, you ever get like thoughts about like killing people? And I was like, no, and he was like, yeah, he's like, I've always had a fantasy of just like holding somebody's head underwater in a sink and just killing them that way. And I was like, huh.
Oh my God.
I was like, huh.
That's an interesting thing to bring up with somebody you don't know extremely
I was like,
well.
I just fuck too much. But yeah, I mean, I knew him really well because I was there for a little while.
Yeah.
But and I was like, what is it about that? And he was like, just the intimacy of like them almost being able to get out, but they can't. And I was like,
that's what makes me upset about it.
Yeah, no shit.
Not
also,
what-
if I told you what he did for a living, you'd be shocked. I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
But it's unbelievable. You're like, oh, you're out there. You guys are out there.
Yeah, maybe I don't want to know.
Yeah. Well,
I'll let it surprise
I'm going to
me.
tell you no matter what. So addiction is it's very pervasive, right? So there you go.
It's like spilled water. It'll always find the crack, You got to
Bruce
just
Lee.
make sure you don't spill the water.
Bruce
Okay.
Lee. Addiction is like spilled water.
Made him English at the end.
It just gets into like